For more on the politics at play in the planned merger of the PGA Tour and Live Golf, let's bring in Democratic strategist Kevin Walling and managing editor at townhall.com, Spencer Brown. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, Mike, good to see you.
Great to see you. So let's start with Chairman Richard Blumenthal, and I'll get you guys to react to him.
Today is about sports washing. It's also about hypocrisy, how vast sums of money can induce individuals and institutions to betray their own values and supporters. It's about other sports and institutions that could fall prey if their leaders let it be all about the money.
Is that fair, Spencer?
I think it's interesting that he brought up hypocrisy and this fear about other sports falling prey to these outside influence from so-called authoritarian states. Given how much the NBA, for example, allowed itself to become sort of a pawn of the Chinese Communist Party previously, and there was not the same kind of outrage that we're seeing now. There weren't Senate hearings. That's a point Senator Rand Paul made, while also clarifying that Saudi Arabia obviously does not have the same view or standards when it comes to human rights, which is important as well.
Needless to say, 9/11 families are not happy about this merger. Let's play them.
So it's just greed. Anybody that will take that kind of money from the kingdom and sell your moral authority to now become a shill for the kingdom or a mouthpiece for the kingdom, it's just about the money.
Kevin, you can understand the emotion there. What's your take on today's hearing?
Yeah, I certainly can. And I actually credit Senator Blumenthal with really championing this cause and taking this on. This committee hearing was important today. They didn't get the top leadership that they wanted, both from the LIV side and from the PGA side. So I think there's a lot more questions than answers at this point. But this is about an American institution. You're a golfer. I'm a golfer, Mike. This is really important to us, not just from a sports washing perspective, but also, what's next in terms of these American institutions that are so trusted, valued in our society.
To be clear, the Saudis are also buying up a lot of the top soccer talent around the world and bringing them over to their country. So it's an issue in multiple sports. To 2024 politics from the Huffington Post. Quote, if the plan is not to be president in 2024, then Joe Biden is doing a great job. If Trump was the arsonist setting all ablaze, then President Joe Biden should have been the firefighter. Instead, he's become the meme, the cartoon character who sits engulfed in flames, seemingly blissfully in denial that the ceiling is about to cave in on him. Spencer, does that sound like panic?
Well, there's been an interesting shift in the last, I would say, 4 or 5 days, where you've had a lot of these mainstream outlets, normally friendly to the president, sort of acknowledging that he's not this perfect person they may have propped him up to be during the 2020 election. And I do think you see in situations like that, he came into office promising to restore sanity, to be the adults in the room, and you still see things around the world sort of going, in a handbasket where it's not exactly what he promised or what his voters may have wanted. And I think that's reflected in the polling that shows people don't approve his handling of the economy, which was, again, that Build Back Better promise. And it's just kind of falling apart now, and they're realizing it may be a little too late.
Kevin, what do you make of the heartburn?
Listen, there's always going to be prognosticators, especially on the Democratic side. That's what we love to do as Democrats, is wring our hands. Oh, my God, all is lost 15 months away from this election. Calm down. This guy won 8 million more votes than the last guy. It's really tough to take out an incumbent president. He and Kamala Harris did that. He's leading the free world right now on the sidelines of NATO, bringing in Sweden, clearing that entrance into NATO. Now we're a 32-member fighting force against Russian aggression, hopefully keeping them at bay from invading another country. So he's doing all the work necessary. He is the commander-in-chief fighting for us. And again, we've got 15 more months to adjudicate this. And we'll see who the Republicans put up against us.
All right. Spencer Brown, Kevin Walling, gentlemen, thanks very much.
Thanks, Mike.